Spirit is a fascinating character, mainly because Will Eisner was a very complex and fascinating man who was around to help create a new storytelling form in comics. And he did it with great ambiguity and humor. It's what was most remarkable, I think, is that Spirit was written without question for adults, and was never really a kiddie comic. And so before the rest of us caught on, Will was showing us the way. What I want to do more than anything in this movie, beyond picking up on some of his wonderful points of view and methods of storytelling, is get back in touch with that sense of experimentation, even of recklessness that he brought to the Spirit, that defined the Spirit. The character was reckless, but so was the artist, and I think that the movie's a bit reckless in a way too. He didn't want a little Will Eisner following him around at all. He wanted to see where I'd go, and things were tested by argument and by example. So yeah, there's no way I could imagine doing the work I do without having had him as a teacher. But I think that any practitioner of any craft would name a mentor or two. I learned a lot from Will, but we shared a lot of the same loves, and that's why I was drawn to recreating the Central City for film. If you picture New York between Bank Street and Houston Street, and take the parts of each decade that looked the best, where the city showed its personality the best, you've got Central City. Gabriel brought forth in his first readings a humor and a physical presence, but, and here I'm about to use a word that's almost never used anymore, he brought in a manliness that's largely absent on the screen. Hollywood seems to have tons of brilliant male actors and few men, and I think that he fills the coat of a hero very well. Working in movies is more than anything just convinced me that I love nothing more than storytelling, and as long as there's a way to tell one, I will. And if I've got to tell it around a campfire, I will. But it doesn't hurt to have these crazy people willing to put up millions of dollars and build these big sets.